Uh, 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 uh. We gon' dominate the one that keep it close to the street. Dominate the day if you're part of the nation. We alive every Friday, we offer free admission. All walks of life do participation. If you a talented artist, the next big musician, maybe someone that is building a whole new organization, I got you. Come, it's time for domination. It's time for domination. Fridays dominate the weekend. It's dominate the nation. Come with me. It's dominate the day.
Welcome to Domination. This is Dom with Domination, and hello, everybody. Welcome back. Good to have you back here today. Yes, that's right. That's all cheer. It's the end of the week. It's end of here in San Antonio, Texas, the good old 210 Military City East, and we are just here and glad to have everybody with us today. Domination here to tell you, I understand we're all mourning about the loss of the San Antonio Spurs to the New York Knicks. I wish we could just, finish it off there, but it just can't happen. Uh, Honestly, it's a damn shame. I know we are all big San Antonio fans, and we care about our Spurs so very much. But you know what? It's going to be fine because you know what? We are a very talented basketball team, and we're just going to have more wins down the road. And this is just a one time blunder. Next year is going to be a different story. I mean, right now the Spurs are currently looking to get a superstar from the Lakers or from Golden State. These are There's a lot of possibilities. Um, they could be anybody really. By anybody, I mean look at everybody who's a superstar in the NBA that have a free agency. I would like to include Trey Young, Damian Lillard, Connolly. We also show Kyrie Irving. We have a lot of possibilities showing up for the Spurs. I mean, we could get a first round pick. Who know? I mean, we can get somebody in the draft that's coming up. A lot of things could happen. So I mean, let's just hold our heads up high. Say that the Spurs are going to be fine. They're going to be fine with or without us. I mean, they're built. They have a great set of players. They got Victor Wembanyama. They have Dylan Harper. They got Stephen Castle. They got Champagne. Uh, a lot of great players. And it to be continued. A Vassal and everyone. Now, who we letting go is is the question. A lot of people are upset about Fox. About Fox's performance in the playoffs. Like he had some great moments, but he had a lot more fumbles. I mean, I can tell you right now that Santa is very not impressed with them. And I'm like, come on, just give him a chance. I mean, look, we all make mistakes. We're all human. We are not perfect. I mean, yeah, there was times where he should have made a basket. There's times where he should have passed the ball. There's times he should have held the ball. There's times he should have made the ball. Honestly, basketball is a team. Let me remind you, basketball is a team sport. And I'm letting you know we're gonna be back. Championship. We're not the San Antonio Spurs from 1998 all the way down to 2014. We're not that same team. So we can't act like they're that same team. They're not Tim Duncan. They're not David Robinson. They're not Tony Parker. They're not Manu Ginobili. They're not all these great players that we remember. I know. I can see what you mean, everybody. Y'all are upset. We're all upset. And then New York is, well, they're bad winners. What do I mean by bad winner? They were trashing cop cars. They were burning things in the street. They were fighting people. And this is a win, ladies and gentlemen. They won a championship first time in 50 years. Now, that what does that remind me of? Oh yeah, it reminds me of when the Lakers won their championship and then they were turning cars over, putting on fire, looting. Honestly, like it's crazy that all this stuff is happening of a win. And New York, you're the oldest team. You're older than us. Why don't y'all win with some fashion? You know, win with some grace. Like, be an example. Why is it that y'all are like literally making a ass out of yourselves? Y'all are just literally making an ass. Wow. I know, right? And we're literally like, bro, if we would have won, the worst we do is we're beeping, we're honking downtown, military. Come on, like that's not as bad as as like burning things, looting things, and all that. Yes, there's people that got hurt in San Antonio, but that's us. You can't be like us. You're not like us. You've never you haven't even won a championship in years. Now y'all did. Good job. Hey, congrats. Now stop fighting our people. Maybe get ready for next year because you know what? This ain't gonna happen again. I can guarantee that, Nick fans. And if you watching and you're a Nick fan, hey, just know where we stand. We're the San Antonio Spurs. Whatever happened, it happened. But next year is not the same. And I am going to tell you that, and the Spurs fans are agreeing. That's right. We'll be back, baby. We will be back. We'll be back like the Terminator. So yeah, no, good to have you guys back here. Now we are back into it. Summer's being full turn. We are, you're feeling it every day is in the 90s or in the hundreds. Maybe even the humidity is out there. I know when I go outside, I'm already sweating when I even walk 2 steps out. When my dog walks out there, I know she's feeling it too. Everybody, take care of your pets. I mean, if the ground's too hot for your feet, it's going to be too hot for their feet. Make sure to go at good times. Go at early mornings, uh, maybe late evenings when it's starting to get shadier. Maybe even take them to the pool. Maybe even take them to an area with like water. You want to go ahead and make sure not only are your pets are taken care of, but your kids, because now you got kids running around everywhere. No schools being done out, not schools not in session. The pools are great. Take them to the museum. Take them to the park when it's at good times, because you don't want to go on down that slide and start burning your butt and burning your back. Honestly, we're also, it's also Pride Month. I know if you go down to the strip, they're doing a lot of like promotions of Pride Month on St. Mary's Strip. Uh, it is also Men's Mental Health Awareness. They put the men in mental. It's a little joke, dad joke. Oh yeah, speaking of that, Father's Day weekend, everybody. Hope you're ready to get your dad a mug, get your dad a nice chest, maybe get him something to have his beer be cold. I know I would enjoy that. Have you seen those beer containers that you're able to put three cold cans of beer in there, and it keeps it cold. And when you're done with the beer, you put another beer under it, and it like literally unloads that beer because you're done with it. Like, bro, evolutionary. That's something that every dad, every frat boy, every drinker needs. Am I right, everybody? Am I right? Why we don't need more alcoholics, right? But I mean, all dads deserve a time off. All dads deserve to relax, just like moms deserve relax. In a parent relationship, I think both parents deserve recognition. Yes, the mother gives birth, the mother is taking care, And then the father handles the household, which handles everybody in it. I mean, look, I'm not saying that there's one that's better than the other, but what I am saying is everybody deserves a recognition. And in June, it's health mental health awareness, and it's also Father's Day month, and then Pride as well. So I mean, not only are we talking about straight parents, we're also talking about gay parents. If you got two dads, I mean, there's always one that's a little bit more protective than the other. Down one is the fatherly figure, and then you of course got the feminine partner who's more of the mother figure, and then of course in just straight in the heterosexual, it's men and women. But even then, like in that case, and if you're a single mother, happy Father's Day to you because you have to handle both mother and father roles to your kids. Either one child, two child, three child, four. You are all parents. You deserve recognition for both. And to that, I salute you. I salute you. Thank you. Thank you for being a great parent in both roles. I know so many people that are single parents, even dads that are both parents, mother and father. I mean, hey, it's not easy. It's not easy being a parent. It's not easy raising kids. It's not easy having to deal with the hard and being the bad guy. And in all relationships, there's good and bad. The mother usually is held in the good sense. Like they are the ones that are, motherly. They love their kids. They're always, showering them with affection. Most of them, but the ones that are not, and the ones that are not are more of the bad. They're the punisher. They're the ones that teach you get bad right from wrong. And if you're a bad kid, you begin that, you begin punished. So definitely, there's always a punisher and there's always a lover. So depending on what kind of parents y'all are, maybe y'all split the roles. Maybe one day you're the bad guy, one day you're the good guy. Good cop, bad cop. These are roles that parents have to play. And if you're a kid watching the Domination podcast, understand this. You never want to be on your parents' bad side, but never, never lose your voice. Always speak your voice. Speak up. Tell them what you mean. Be your own person. And what I mean by that, kids, is be yourself. Never lose yourself because you know what? Sometimes in families, like my brother is a very introvert person and would not speak and say his truth. But now he does speak his truth after being in the military, dealing with our dad's passing, growing up. He is better at it, but you have to be better. You have to say what you got to say. And I'm telling you right now, here on Domination, we want you to be confident. Confidence is what gets people through. This is what makes people recognize you. Confidence. If you can be confident, look, you can still be scared, you can still be shy, but if you are confident, I guarantee you will go that next step and people will see you as a confident person. People are attracted to confident people. Confidence is what gets people through life. I mean, you can say that you don't know how to do something, but as long as you're confident and you try, I guarantee you will succeed, or at least you'll find a way to succeed. So domination here today, men's mental health awareness. We want to go ahead and talk a little bit about that today because you know what? Male masculinity is a thing that we've been dealing with since the beginning of time. Since the first caveman knocked his wife out and took her to his cave to make her his husband, or vice versa. Caveman makes her his wife, wife makes him into a husband. This is like back in the day. We are all, where we find our roles either in the Bible, religion, in science. But being a man, I mean, no, I know women say that, you're a man, it's easy. You don't have to worry about beauty. You don't have to worry about shaving. You don't have to worry about all this stuff, getting them prettied up. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Men do have to worry about how they look. There's men that don't care about how they look, but those are different types of men. You have to take care of your image. Because you know what? When you go to a job interview, when you're out there in public, people see you from the outside because they don't know what you are in the inside. But if you look like you wear sweats every day, you don't comb your hair, you look tired, you don't take care of your body, you look like you maybe more than 20, 30 pounds overweight, people are have the tendency to avoid you. There's people that are confident in wearing whatever you want to wear, right? I mean, honestly, but men deal with the mental image of themselves. Like, I know I do. Like, growing up in a Hispanic family, I have I've been, of course, everybody got jokes. Everybody got jokes. Like oh gordo, hey, what's up, gordo? Or hey, flaco, or reverse psychology calling you flaco, but you're fat. So I mean, but there I have a cousin Flaco, he is flaco, he is skinny. But he's not a small dude, but he's skinny. I mean, and then of course all the family calls you gordo because you a big kid. You've been big since you were a kid. Men have been dealing with this. Like my dad, he had big ears. People called him Dumbo, but he still had the confidence to overcome that. So, in families, they build your confidence, they build your strength by calling you names, giving you nicknames that may be funny to others, but, in family, you understand. They say it because they build your skin to give you tough skin, and in this generation, tough skin is hard to come by. These kids are offended by everything and anything. And that's not funny, it's not funny um, that these kids are getting upset for nothing. We like honestly, like I've heard worse things growing up. Being Hispanic and being part white. I have the white last name, I have the white voice, but the outlook. If you look at me, I don't look white, but I give that white tendency. I give that confidence. Some people say that I don't look my age. Well, I try not to stress myself out too much. I try to go walking a lot. I try to take care of myself because you know what? My mental image of myself is I want to look good because I want to feel good. And if you look good and feel good, then you're winning. Your mental health is there. So, June's Mental Health Awareness with an observance dedicated to the breaking the stigma of mental struggles, normalizing emotional vulnerability, and encouraging men to seek help. It emphasizes the importance of mental health care as men face unique cultural barriers and are significantly less likely to receive treatment. Why does this awareness matter? Statistics: men account for nearly 80% of all suicides, making male suicide leading cause of death for men under 60. Barriers to care. Societal pressures often frame emotional openness as weakness, which growing up, our parents, I think everybody from the 90s, 80s, 70s, and 60s and beyond back would tell you, "Hey, stop crying, be a man." Oh, you a sissy because you crying because you care? Oh, you're not getting your way. Oh, that's so sad. Pobrecito. These are things that we've been told growing up. I mean, you can honestly see in different cultures, it's different. I do have black cousins, and you know what? They have a different culture than the Hispanic culture. I know my cousins lost their dad early in their life. I mean, early adult life, and they didn't really get know him as much, or they knew him very little, and they became the men in their house for their mother, for their stepmother, and all that. They became the men, and being the men of the house, you had to grow up fast, and then in Asian cultures, I mean, boys are uniquely treated better than girls. This is seen because they carry the name of the family. That's normally in most cultures, in Hispanic, Black, Asian, Indian, men are the ones that carry the name. So they are baby, they are taken care of, but it's not in all cultures is that the same. Common struggles. Men frequently experience underreported or mass symptoms of depression, substance use, and post-traumatic stress disorder. To all my military men out there and women, you can talk to me. You can talk to me. You can talk to anybody. Talk to a family member. Talk to a friend. I know my friend Ben. He's dealt with his own post-traumatic stress. He's a great man. He's a great teacher. He's a great father. I mean, he's had his own issues, but he's manned up to it. He's been a man. He's dealt with it. And I've had my friend Manuel from San Marcos that we went to UTSA together. He's been in war. He was in the Saudi Arabia. He was in Afghanistan, Iraq. He was a sniper. So I mean, hey, homeboy's seen war. He's he gets upset he gets alert when he hears backfire. I mean, he's a man, but it sets him off. I've seen men other than him get set off by less. So men deserve to be recognized that you are human. You are not a Superman. You are not impenetrable. You do have emotions. And I feel for you. Domination here, we feel for you, buddy. So you know what? How are we gonna take action? So here we go. Check in on the men in your life. A casual, hey, how you doing? How you doing? You can talk to me about anything. I no judgment. I am, let he who has without sin cast the first stone, as they say in the Bible. And you know what? I do not throw any stones at anybody because you know what? I care. I care about my friends. I care about my family members. I try to message them as much as I possible. I tell them, I'm always here for you. Don't ever feel like you have nobody. I don't I would I would never forgive myself if I lost somebody because they said they had no one to talk to. I lost friends in high school that, they either were depressed, they went to suicide, or they attempted suicide. Now they have issues with living now. Like they believe they don't belong here. They believe they should have died. I mean, there's so much to live for, ladies and gentlemen. It's sad because men they act like everything's fine and it's not fine. It's okay to be not fine. You understand? I don't want be you. If you are sad, cry. Tell me why you're sad. Tell me what in this world is making you feel that way, and we can talk about it together. Go through it. Go through it. I don't care what. You know what? It may be 1 o'clock in the morning. Call me. Tell me what's up. What's going on? Is everybody fine? What's causing? Is it bills? I mean, bills can cause so much stress. Work can cause stress. family can cause stress. Anything like trying to find a job, trying to find a school for your kids, trying to make sure you can afford school for your kids. I mean, look, the man role and the female role are both equally difficult. But for the longest time, as a man, you were given the responsibility to take care of the family. That was your role. You had no excuse. If you're hurt, put some dirt in it. Keep moving. And this is how it goes. This is how family. This is how it goes. This is what was taught to us. Our parents, our fathers, had to be Superman for us to understand how to be a man. Until we became them, now now it is hard for us to unsee them as human. And I'm gonna get to something in a moment. Um, but yeah, I mean, we see I think boys and little girls see their dad and mom as invincible. They see them as superheroes because we rarely see them sick. We rarely see them cry. We rarely see them in the situation that looks bad. But when we do, we're in shock. We don't know why or how it occurred. But I guarantee you that that is something that is affecting a lot of kids these days and parents. Normalize mental health care. Discuss therapy and wellness in signs of strength rather than weakness. Share helpful resources. Help educate your community by sharing evidence-based information, hotlines, and counseling options. Like National Alliance on Mental Illness provides educational resources, community building, and ways to spark vital mental health conversations for men. Mental Health America offers specific screening tools, statistics, educational materials tailored to men's unique mental health journeys. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, a free confidential lifeline available 24/7 by calling or texting 988 for anyone in emotional distress. So these are a lot of things that you can look for. If you're a man and you're over the age of 18, you're already in it, buddy. Depression is there. Anxiety, insomnia, everything. Everything is there. But now I think the more advanced life is getting, the more issues I see with the younger generation. The more stress that they're now. Have you seen that a lot of YouTube creators are dying at a young age because they started making so much content and they are just burnt out and they can't make more and they get so stressed out and then it ends up killing them inside. And these are young kids. These are like not even 18-year-olds. Maybe some of them are in their 20s. But this is before the age of 30. I'm 34. Before the age of 34, a lot of these YouTubers are dying at a young age. Now, they make money from YouTube. They make money for making content, but when you can't make content, that's where everything stops, and then you start having to stress yourself out, think about things, and then you're like, well, that's already been done. That's already been done. I got to do something new. I got to do something different. Of course, but unless you understand that you are human, that you can take a time off, and then maybe your writer's block, creator block will disappear, hopefully. But it's hard because men and people that have stress all the time cannot turn off the button. Some of us are in work mode 24/7. I guarantee you. I know my grandfather, he worked all his life and he still works. He's 85 years old. He works on his car. a 1948, 46 Ford F-150, one of the first models with a beer keg, gas tank. It's crazy. And he still works on it. He drives it up and down the street. He made it in automatic. That man is a very accomplished. And you know what? Like my dad was a workaholic. He had three he had three jobs, ladies and gentlemen, and he got 3 degrees. He had his bachelor's, he had his master's, and his doctorate. Bruh, that is crazy. That is wild. That he had a doctorate and he was still working 3 jobs. He took care of his family. He took care of my mother, me, my brother, and my sister. That's 5 people, including himself. Bro, and he lived through the 90s and in 2000s where where things were affordable. Now I'm kind of glad that he's not here with us because he's not dealing with how much things are now. These are so much. I can understand why men are so tempted for suicide and depressed and anxiety. I feel for you, gentlemen. I feel for you. And just know you can talk to me. Talk. Come on the domination show. Come talk. Just talk. Say something. Don't go off. Don't go putting your sorrows in a shot glass. Don't go putting your sorrows in substance abuse or opioids or anything of that nature. Please talk to me. Talk to me, man. Y'all are my brothers in arms. We are men. We can handle anything, but we need to talk to each other. Go talk to your family member, talk to your spouse, talk to your partner, talk to your mother, talk to friends, your best friend. I would hate it if any of my good friends had died. I did have a friend die of suicide. And you know what? I wish to not ever go through that again. Because you know what? It made me sad that I could have been there for him. I could have helped him. I could have been there. Never tell me that you have nobody. You have somebody. You just have to message them. Take a step forward. And I will message all my cousins, all my friends, all my family members to make sure they're okay. I am here for you. You can tell me anything. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not a cop. I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not anything. I am your friend. I'm your I'm your family member. I am a I am an open ear, an open book. I am here for you. This is Dom from Domination, and I implore you, if you are a man or somebody that has a depression, suicidal thoughts, please reach out. Domination. You can reach me out on my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube channel, anything. I will respond, please. I just don't want anything to happen to you. That's the last thing in my life I would want is you to lose your life because you didn't get the how are you? How are you really? Please tell me. I'm willing to listen. So Father's Day is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Father's Day is, I feel like people don't take Father's Day as serious as Mother's Day. Mother's Day, well, we all know why, because then our mothers are the reason why there was food on the table because they cooked it, and why our clothes were always fixed and clean, and everything was taken care of us. They took care of us, so we take care of our mothers better than our fathers. I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying in general. But yeah, I mean, I feel like in Father's Day, we kind of like go, it's whatever. Like I'll take dad out to eat, or I'll give dad a macaroni painting, or I'll give him a coffee cup that says world's best dad. Yeah, that's cool, but why don't you really surprise your dad? Why don't you take him golfing, take him fishing, why don't y'all go watch some sports together at a sports bar? Maybe go take a trip to Six Flags. I know my dad was a big he was a big he liked to ride roller coasters. He loved he loved going to Six Flags and SeaWorld because where he lived in Columbus, Ohio. Oh, Cleveland, Ohio. His family would go up to Cedar Point. Cedar Point is an amusement park that is at the top of Ohio, Sandusky, Ohio. So, honestly, he loved riding rides, going to the water park here in San Antonio, because it reminds him of home. And you know what? I mean, I enjoyed going on roller coasters with them. I enjoyed sometimes it was to get us tired. It was just so we can enjoy the summer, going to the amusement park. It's easy, but it, sharing a moment with your father. We want to make sure that we show our fathers gratitude just like we show our mothers. Because you know why? Our fathers sacrifice their their lives for us, literally, because they work their life. They work every day. Like my homeboy Alex from Alex and JC that were on the show. They are fathers. They are also, they have partners, their wives or girlfriends, and they work hard because they want to make sure their kids are taken care of, that their family's taken care of. They sacrifice having fun to take care of everybody. I get it. I get it. They take care of their family, and you know what? They deserve recognition. They deserve to be praised. And we really do care about our family. So shout out all you fathers out there that y'all are doing what y'all are supposed to be doing. Sorry, y'all deserve recognition for doing a great job. So I commend y'all for doing the best you could do with what you have. I commend y'all. So with that being said, Father's Day means a little something different for me. I have my grandfather, which I do want to go see him this Sunday for Father's Day, just to say hi and maybe get him something because he deserves it. My grandfather raised me just like my father raised me and my mother, but my grandfather saw me as his first grandchild. He saw me as his child because sometimes our family, or he would say, my son, mijo, mijijo, which is son in Spanish. And he would always treat me with the utmost respect, and he loves me, and I respect my grandfather. Like he's a man's man, and he's always been a good person. He's always been a person to person kind of thing, and he can talk to anybody about anything. He's a great guy, and like everybody loves him. I mean, I get it. We're not all perfect, and we just want to let you know that our dads are not perfect guys. We all we're all together, and you know what? We all have faults. My grandfather has his faults. My dad has his faults, and as men, we all have faults, and we own up to it, or maybe we don't. But I want to let you know that Father's Day is about remembering their sacrifice for you to be here. Out of a million of those little seamen that live, you were the one that won. You won. You're the father. You are the winner. And then if you're a boy, then you're gonna be a father one day, possibly, or maybe you'll be an uncle, or maybe you'll be a stepfather. And all kinds of fathers are recognized. And you know what? Today, like since it's gonna be this weekend, Father's Day, My father isn't here to celebrate, but I can, go I can talk about him a little bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little, speech about my father real quick, just to get it through here. Because he's a real.
Bud Light presents Real American Heroes.
Real American heroes.
Today we salute you.
Fathers all around, we salute you because you do what we don't do. Fathers, they scare off the monster under the bed or in the closet. The fathers that are there to put clothes, money, and food on you, for you to use. You know, fathers that are there to scare and make you the man or person you are today. Fathers who are working their ass off in the sun, all the time in the world, everywhere, just so you can go to school that you want to go to. Maybe they are paying for your college. Maybe they are getting you a car. Maybe they are helping you get to where you need to be. Fathers, y'all deserve the praise just as much as mothers deserve the praise. Fathers, you do great you do great things for your kids, but fathers, remember, you can also be a parent, or you can also be a a bad cop a lot of the time because you are upset about how life treated you, and that you should do differently for your kids because your kids don't deserve the bad in the world. So why don't you make their lives easier instead of harder? Or show them what not to do. And I get it. My dad was like, I don't want you to make the same mistakes as I did. I want you to be better than me. I want you to be better. And you know what? My dad is right. My dad does want, your dad wants you to be better than them. Some of them are very envious. Some fathers are very mean, or maybe they just don't want to be part of your life. But remember, a father is a choice. It's not something that most men have in them. You can be biologically a dad, but a father is a different story. Being a dad just means you gave DNA and you're biologically related to somebody that is given that the woman gave birth to. But a father teaches a boy to be a man. A father teaches a boy to treat a woman correctly. A father is there to guide you to being a boy to a man in in trials that you're gonna face, the obstacles you're gonna overcome. A father, just like God gave his son for us to live and to take away our sins. Our father sacrificed themselves for us. And you know what? And I recognize my father for all he's done for me and my family, because he's not like us. Definitely not like us. And and I want to salute y'all. My fathers, y'all chose a hard job. Y'all chose one of the hardest jobs out there. So this cane is my dad's cane that he put his all might into his strength to keep him up so he could keep working when he was handicapped. This hat, it's not my dad's actual hat, but he did have a hat like this. And he would use it to keep the sun off his brow so he may move forward and not let the sun or heat take away his energy to keep moving forward and fighting the glioblastoma that was killing him. This hat kept him cool. This jersey was one of my dad's jobs, being a referee in basketball, softball, baseball, volleyball. This helped put food on the table. This jacket is my dad's jacket. He wore it to be a professional educator and a professional person in life, that he respected everybody and told everybody that respect is earned, not given. And then he's also a military personnel, and he understood what it is to live and die for this country. He's buried at Fort Sam Houston Cemetery. He is, in the back. You got to go all the way towards the back area to where, they used to have like all the. Now they took over the golf course that was there. Now they have more area. But my dad was one of a kind. He would, ever since I was born, he's done nothing but overcome obstacles. He graduated UTSA, well, first, in accounting and then in education, and then went for his master's in administration, became a vice principal, became principal. My dad took us to school with him, took us to base with him. I mean, me and my brother knew nothing other than going to the base and going to school and going home. This is all we knew. He was there with us. My dad, he spent so much time with us. He played sports with us. He's the reason why I love sports so much. We played basketball, football, volleyball, baseball, soccer. He was the reason why. He made it to where it was important to him and it was important to me. And I know not everybody sees eye to eye with their parents, but I did. I mean, I know he was a very, I'm gonna do this, and I am, and this is what's gonna happen. This is it. This is it. So, he was one of those people that would say, "This is it. This is how it's gonna be. This is what we're gonna do." And then if he didn't know how to do something, he learned how to do something. He taught me that anything is possible if you're willing to learn. He's the one who gave me confidence. He's the one who helped me work out. He's the one that helped me overcome being that fat little kid growing up and being more. And so now I'm the man you see here today. He's the man that hold myself to that standard. Instead of what would Jesus do, it's what would John do, or what would my grandfather do. And ironically, both of the men in my life, my grandfather's name is Joaquin, and my dad's name is John. So so it works for both Joaquin and John. What would Joaquin or John do? They are the men that I respect full heartedly in my life. And they show me, and my uncle Chris, he's the one that never gave up on me, and like about religion. I mean, he continues like to show me, faith is, always there, and that he tells me he loves me because, I mean, I don't, my dad never said he loved me until he got sick. And then of course when he was getting more sick, he would say it more, but it's hard to hear it when you never hear it enough. And you know what? You gotta understand, as a man, it is difficult, but we are strong. We are strong. We come from the Israelites. We come from the Native Americans. We come from strong cultures that have gone through wars, that have gone through famine, that have gone through all these tribulations and tough situations. But understand, we will always need that person to show us the way. And Jesus is like a father to all of us, and God is a father to all of us. I mean, I feel you. If you don't have a male figure in your life that could show you the way, I feel you. I feel you. There's some men can't man up and be that father. They're just a dad. But fathers will be there and tell you what's wrong, how to fix it, and to grow from it. I dated I dated women that had kids, and you know what? And it's hard because you want to be that figure for these kids, and then they want you in their lives, and then you're not in their lives anymore, and it hurts, because you really care about these individuals that aren't related to you, but that you still care about them. So, as a man, and you take up the duties of a father, understand that your job doesn't end when work is done. It ends when everybody goes to bed, and then you go to bed, and then it starts over again in the morning. You have the toughest job. You have you have the sacrifice. The you have the tools. You have everything. You are the father now. You are the Father and the Son, and then you have the Holy Spirit in you. I'm not trying to get religious, but I am trying to let you know that fathers are just as important as mothers. Young men need a father figure for them to grow from, to tell them how to grow, to how to deal with their emotions, how to deal with things. And you know what? If you want me to be your daddy figure, I'll be your daddy. Just say please. But you know what? I mean I do care about all you that are watching today. I care about all my friends, Haro Rebel, Big C's Barbecue, Southtown Buñuelos, Military City AC and Heating, C Ross Publishing, Fried Hard. They're doing a catfish fry today because of Juneteenth. And happy Juneteenth to everybody. Everybody that was off today, happy Juneteenth. I had to work. Ain't that a beat? But hey, happy Juneteenth, the recognition that slavery was ending in the South, especially in Texas. And you know what, to everybody that celebrates Juneteenth or that is for Juneteenth, this is to y'all. I would be drinking a shot to you, just don't have anything to drink right now. But happy Juneteenth, and you know what, y'all deserve it. Y'all made our culture, you made Texas the way it is today, you made the United States the way it is. And and all we can do is just try to be better, try to be a better country, try to be better people. Recognize that we all need our parents. We do need to, you know, show them love, be there for them, because then the kids, become the parents. The kids become the parents, and the parents become the kids. The cycle is reversed, and this is how it always been. Like adults, the parents that were the parents are now the kids because now they're wanting to spend their retirement being kids and or maybe they have dementia, maybe they have memory issues, maybe they just want to have fun. But now we are the adults. It's us. It's up to us to dominate this world and make it a better place. And I hope you take your father to dinner, lunch, breakfast, something. Show him and tell him that you love them and that if they feel like you're being too emotional, let them know I'm not. I just want to tell you in case if something happens to you tomorrow that I told you the way I feel about you. I wish I could have told my dad that I loved him before he passed. I know he knows I love him, but he's up in heaven or in the afterlife, and I hope he knows that every day without him feels like an eternity. And I hope you tell your father figure, your stepfather, the person that you look up to, somebody, a male figure in your life, and tell them that you thank you for everything you've done, because without you, I couldn't be myself. And I thank all the fathers out there that do their job and without complaining, without being an asshole, without like making people recognize that you're doing it, that we appreciate you and thank you so much for what you do. You, you also deserve but thank you so much. This is the Father's Day episode. I know I got a little emotional, but I gotta show y'all that I mean what I say and I say what I mean. And I care about all y'all. Y'all go dominate the day this Father's Day weekend. Go do some great, have some fun. I know it's hot in San Antonio, but honestly, this is why everybody wants to be outside, go swimming and everything. But this is domination, and go enjoy your weekend, enjoy life. Happy Father's Day to all you. Happy men. Enjoy travel experience. Go enjoy your weekend, all right?